Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good afternoon. Welcome to a bit of Vampire. What might be the final time? Just gonna shut a few things down. There we go. Hope we're doing okay. Yes. My name's Doctor. Never mind. Yeah. Doctor Doom, and I toot as I please. Doctor Doom toots as he pleases. Yes. And today I shall toot with victory, because we're finally finished with this game. I hope, yeah. We shall see. We shall see. Might have to feed on a few more people. Yeah, so after that, hopefully a bit of Space Marine tonight. Might just be for about an hour and a half. Who knows? Let's make the cure. The serum created by the following tier of angels recipe with insulin instead of garlic to enhance protection against disasters infection.
The blend seems stable. Time to go and find Harriet in the sewers.
Reach the hive. Oh well, it's just, are we gonna do it? It's patient 0. Chapter 6. Very clever indeed. So we have a few ways into the sewers, but generally it's looking like the west end might be the best way in, so we'll go that way. Let's and let's just make sure everything's okay there. Yep, that's grand. Yes. Let's go to the end of Vampire. I guess I could do my closing thoughts. So tonally, I think the game is great. All the voice acting, all the direction is brilliant for the most part. The mood, look at the lighting, it's absolutely astonishing. Dr. Reed's uniform is astonishing. The character in general is absolutely fascinating. It has been a joy to play.
Safer places to be than here. Look lively!
Yeah, for the most part, the game is just absolutely incredible to look at. It has been a joy to play in places. It's just like with so many games nowadays, they just run out of steam so damn quickly. And as does my will to play them. You can quite clearly see a drop in quality as the game goes on, as happens a lot in these sort of games. A lot of these hub-based games, they've got to wrap things up quickly, and yeah, it's similar to a certain Mr. King's works that I know. I wouldn't be surprised if aliens were responsible for what was going on here. But yes. Yes, the graphical fidelity, I think this game came out in about 2016 I want to say, maybe even later than that, and it is beautiful. It's a beautiful game. It's one of the best depictions of London of the time that I've ever seen. It's so moody, it's so beautiful in that regard. It's just a shame that there's actually gameplay attached to it. Like the combat is fairly weak. And even as you're empowering yourself to become a vampire, you do sort of you have tangible benefits to becoming a vampire, or a vampire rather. But unfortunately, I just don't enjoy the upgrade paths enough, and you certainly don't get enough experience to really do any more than certain things, like your skills. For example, the active skills, like the shadow bomb, the blood spear. Those things aren't powerful. Like you don't get in, they're too expensive to justify going into them, and the upgrades aren't great either. So it kind of defeats the purpose, really, of going to those. And that's why you're sort of going for the cheaper upgrades, unless you're willing to go to great lengths to actually upgrade. And sometimes there's great lengths to doing side quests, even when you really
It's
don't want
locked.
to. wonder if that's the boss then, maybe. But yes, yeah, it's such a good game for its mood. I would honestly love to play Vampire as a tabletop role-playing game, or as a setting for Vampire the Masquerade, because it honestly deserves. I don't know if you can see it, but that sort of shadow there on the brick wall, where Jonathan's head is now, just look there. What about you? But that looks like a sort of creepy shadow. Or like a silhouette of a man. Scaramouche, Scaramouche. It can indeed do the fandango. Anyway, yeah, so I would love to play this. Like, it deserves so much better than this game. I know that's a bit of like a sort of backhanded compliment, but yeah, it is one of those games where it's like, it's so much better than the game, it deserves so much more than this video game.
This place has been ransacked. They've all been slaughtered. Pre-one? No, not their style. Where has Harriet gone? She must have left a trail I could follow.
Yeah, it's a shame that that this intellectual property and all the good it does is based on the game that has a sort of bland combat. It's fun for a short while, but like at that point, like when it starts to get stale, you realise you've got about another 15 hours of the game. I'm like, I ain't interested, you know? Going around playing Doctor or whatever. That's fun.
Despicable.
I wish Jonathan's lines, like in Spec Ops The Line, like actually sort of change the more vampiric it becomes. So, Spec Ops The Line, your character stops being tactical. It's just like you know, Tango down, and it got like it's like, kill that motherfucker. Get down, you piece of shit. Things like that. Really, yeah, it's like really on it. I guess the blood trail's not this way. Yeah, so yeah, the music as well is great. I would definitely use this as in a tabletop game. Like Victorian Age Vampire, 100%. The idea of the scowls, the icons, all this stuff, it's good. The lore is good. The story isn't as good. Is the blood trail telling me to go back? Yes, it is. Yeah, it's a good game. In fact, if there are any, if anyone knows of any vampire miniatures, I apologise now. There's flashing effects. So, alright, let's see what you're gonna say for yourself. I'm actually willing to hear.
Take not a step further, child, for you are unprepared.
I'm trying to read the subtitles, even that's hard.
I wondered when you would show your face again. Step away. We have nothing to discuss.
Desist, child. You cannot confront the monstrosity unleashed upon this land without due
I can feel the flashing through my
I
eyes.
shall not allow it.
All right. But no more riddles. Enough of the obscure songs and prophecies. I ask questions, and you answer them.
My words have been as clear as crystal lakes, my child.
Fuck off.
You see,
Why did you choose me?
oh, Only you could provide a modern, scientific answer to this ancient, mystical threat.
What kind of modern answer?
Disease, contagion, and contamination. How they course through veins is your dominion, my child. Your choices have made you. Only you can save this land.
Yeah, I like this idea of a man of medicine able to find a cure to an ancient threat. One piece of a greater puzzle would be excellent in a vampire or a vampire to run it.
Speak to me of this ancient threat.
The blood of hate. Vessel of the wrath of the goddess. When she awakens, a disaster will be born into this world, for she is hunger and anger.
I think this is actually just a modified version of Redgrave's character model in some respects, especially the face.
What is your true appearance?
I do not understand. This is who I am.
Blood? You are made of blood. Surely you are joking.
Why would I? And no, I'm not made of blood. I am blood. Blood is what I am since my birth and for eternity.
But who are you really? Tell me your name.
I am your maker. I am the servant of the Red Goddess and protector of this land. I have many names.
Just give me one, then.
There are those who call me Myrddin Wild, the Wild Horned Man. But I never was a man. I was born out of blood.
I'm here to stop Harriet Jones. She is the original carrier. The well from which this corruption flows.
I have heard you, but be wary. Harriet Jones's mind is no more. She has metamorphosed into an apocalypse. Born from, drenched in, and driven by the blood of hate.
What is the blood of hate?
It is the curse of the goddess. It is the hunger in you, the need for blood, the will to strike and to punish, to spit in the eye of God.
Tell me about this disaster, creature. I know London fell victim to such a thing in 1666.
A disaster is pure anger born through blood. Its name means bad star, for they only appear when our queen unleashes her unquenchable wrath upon the world.
I was going to say, they're just only now talking about this goddess.
And who is this queen?
She is the Red Goddess, the Queen of Blood. In my youth, 100 lifetimes ago, she was worshipped as the Morrigan. She is
The Morrigan or Morrigan.
She is yours, too.
The Morrigan? The Celtic goddess of war?
Oh yes.
Is this a ruse of some kind?
She has been worshipped in many forms throughout the ages. The true nature of the Red Queen is beyond your comprehension, eluding even mine. But know this. She is a vengeful mother.
So the disaster is some sort of accident. A disease vampires carry dormant in their blood, waiting to emerge.
That's your modern answer. But a disaster is at the same time both less and more.
Tell me what it is then, in your own words.
A disaster is the pure will of our queen. Whenever she dreams of walking this earth, she awakes in this putrid vessel.
I only wish to know how to put an end to this epidemic.
To perform an act so noble, you must protect yourself from its poisonous kiss, my child.
I know. McCullum used such a serum when trying to kill me. However, I have produced a more efficacious version of the antidote.
Your final task awaits you at the end of these tunnels. I've known for ages you were worthy of this challenge. My champion, Bittersweet.
Will it be over then? Once I've defeated this creature?
Yes. The threat will dissipate like so much smoke, for you will have purified its source.
And then what? What will become of me?
How would I know? I am no god, and your fate is in your own hands. For you are our champion.
What will happen thereafter? What future awaits me beyond these dark tunnels?
Your fate, my child, and the fate of this land. A disaster is about to enter this world to smite us all and teach us humility. You are our final hope.
You tricked me. My sister died for your schemes. I have brought suffering and tragedy into this world. I am not, nor will I ever be your champion.
Very soon you'll come to know that sacrifice is sometimes necessary. I understand the grudge a child bears towards his father and mother. Be brave, my child.
Right. Interesting, the candles here. Well, what are we waiting for? Magical. I don't know it. That's probably going to be our entrance to the boss battle when we fail time and time again. Yes, I think this might also be the final.
These poor skulls didn't stand a chance.
Yeah.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Here we go. They've recycled the boss.
Oh, I'm
Oh no, they put some rebars
so
on it.
sick. Doctor, help me, please. I'm in such pain.
I'll be glad to be of assistance.
Ah, like your help, Doris. Liars, all of you. My poor baby. I've been such a bad mother. But the Queen herself forgave me. Gave me another chance.
Harriet, you must stop all of this. I can't let you infect anyone else.
How dare you interfere with the Red Queen's plans, Doctor? How can you stop the course of nature? They took my daughter from me!
Oh, that aggravated damage is doing a lot. I don't like this. I don't like the damage over time. That it's not clearly displaying how long it's going to stick with you. I would like to know how much of my health it's going to take off in advance. That was quite quick. I ran out of way.
I was a good mother.
watch that backswing as well. Yeah, this is only going to be phase 1, isn't it? Okay, so it was my mistake actually that they damage over time. I still apply the type fire, I don't really want. The fuck is going on?
This anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
She is very resistant. Is this like a supposed to lose fight? I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Such guilt!
Right, seriously, how are you actually meant to beat this fight then? Because, am I missing something here? Am I not seeing all the phases, or... My weapon is at its strongest. What am I meant to do here?
This is...
Did I use Cheat Engine to beat this game? I can't remember.
I have this thirst for blood.
Yes, I think we've established
Nobody
that.
ever helped me. I've been alone all my...
Yes, this might require consulting a guide, I'm not sure, because I'm genuinely not sure how to do this. Unless I'm meant to feed up it?
Took my daughter from me.
Or is it just like bad game design that like you're meant to just sit, it's fine. I've genuinely forgotten how to actually beat the Red Queen's Hotel. I like what the boss's name is as well, Disaster Harry. That's I'll make sure I better make sure I do that.
Nobody ever helped me. I've been alone all my life.
It's not quite up there with Punish Snake, is it?
Is this a dream? Am I awake? Is this anger I feel, is it wrath? I think it is. Oh, how infinitely, how intensely, how irredeemably are you all going to suffer now?
Feel that.
Feed your mother, child.
Ah! Okay, this is going to be a bit of a long fight, but it can be done. So she's going to summon her children, and we've got to try and drink them.
Eat, for this is my body.
Yes, thank you. I'd like to feed.
Feed your mother, child.
Thank you very much. No, I don't want to lock onto her, for Christ's sake.
Such innocence, such guilt.
I'll see fucking shit. Like, oh, great, yo, just get going. Thank you. Fucking time. It's quite appropriate this is actually resistant to
Feed your mother, child.
gang. I can't stand it that they gang up on you. Thing is, I'm spending blood just to top up the health that I'm losing to getting gangbanged by all the minions.
Give me more. They are so young, so tasty.
And the blood absorption ain't great. And now I can fight them. I mean, attacks aren't that strong. Well, except for that. Except, of course, for that signature third blow.
Blood. Feed me. Give me their lives.
Oh, shit. Oh, come on! The fucking reach! Why is it letting me down now? Heal.
Eat, for this is my body.
You just lock onto anything, please. A good fight all these mobs do not make. This might be actually, I might actually die here because I'm actually doing enough in the time that I have. I have to make sure that my blood pool is topping up. I can't fight it like this.
Eat, for this is my body.
Where are they? Just one of you go down, for fuck's sake. Right, so now I've got to spend even more time to get my health back. That's just great. I can't afford to be bold. Because I'm just like it's just a net negative.
Give me more! They are so young, so tasty!
I can only take one at a time because they don't. Oh, for God help me when we get to phase 2 of this.
Such guilt!
Okay, well, yeah, just dodge in whatever direction you like. Of course. Yeah, just yeah, again, lock onto whatever you call it. You know, don't follow any rhyme or reason, of course. Just like the type of target in this game hasn't been too bad recently, but this is my fault, of course, for not coming serums, which would alleviate so many of my woes.
Such innocence! Such guilt!
That's all I can afford to do there for the sound design here is a little bit off, because why does it sound like I'm actually hitting something solid? Like I'm hitting flesh. I'm breaking bone. There's no... I also don't feel like I'm waiting for...
Mother child!
I got one. I got one! Just one! Nearly there. Oh, that was the worst time to return to the spot I needed. My original spot rather. No, don't get retarded now. Stay away.
Such innocence! Such guilt!
Okay. Get away, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. Blood Pool Summon is probably the best time to start hitting it. It's gonna start. Yeah, Blood Spear ain't doing much, but it's taking blood away from me, I think.
Do you think your champion defeated me, child?
No one could ever defeat you, mother of us all, for you are our every root and leaf.
You've always been my most amusing son.
Then go back to sleep, my queen, and smile at us from your dreams.
Did they feel my wrath? Have they suffered enough?
More than ever, mother of us all.
Until the next time.
Until the next time.
What? The fuck was that? Like, that's fine. That absolutely belongs in Vampire the Masquerade. But not here!
So it's over then, young Ekon. You have put an end to this terrible menace.
Old Bridget? What are you doing here?
She lives here, for fuck's sake.
This is my realm, Ekon.
Duh!
This is Suaskull territory.
But they were all massacred by the monstrosity that Harriet became.
Others will come, engendered by deceitful vampires. I don't mean you, of course.
I thought you'd been slaughtered, with all the other Suaskulls.
I was up above, in search of help when Harriet suddenly turned into that thing. I have no idea what it was.
It's all over now. The epidemic has been stopped.
Yes, you prevailed in the end. I hope you'll forgive me for the way I treated you when first you presented yourself at our gate.
No need to apologize, really.
Perhaps there will be no stories told or songs sung of what happened here today. But I'll know the truth. Jonathan Reed, newborn vampire, stepped forward and saved us all.
I'm honored to be part of this city's legend. Thank you, old Bridget. May I ask you just one question?
How could I refuse you anything now? I'll answer just as I answered Lady Ashbury when we met a few nights ago.
Who are you? Really?
I was born with the name Bridget Eleanor Wellington. In 1738, my beloved and immortal husband decided to preserve my beauty and youth forever by making me drink his blood.
You were Lord Redgrave's wife. Then the pompous fool rejected you, did he not?
It was about 200 years ago. Peace found me in time. And I sincerely hope it will find you too, now that all is over.
No, it's not over. I may have ended the vampire epidemic, but I still need answers from the woman I love.
I feared you would say that. Go then, young Ekon, and face your fate. Just remember that I'll always be here for you.
Right. So, like, I know I skipped through all of the...
London has been
Oh, never mind.
cleansed. This catastrophe came about when an ancient malignant will crossed paths with mortal imprudence. For now, we are safe. For now. My craving for blood remains. Red like hate, red like hunger. Red as life and death, passing from one immortal to another. From predator to victim. Patiently biding its time to rise again. London has been cleansed for now, but there's a simmering hatred, fear, and old grudges. When will we succumb, mortals and immortals alike? The next disaster is only a matter of time. My only hope now is to catch the woman I love, to understand why she fled, and unmask the secret that has been lurking in her blood for so long.
So that's what I was saying before the game interrupted me. I know I skipped through all the dialogue about the wild horn man person, but, well, one, because it was causing me eye strain and it's totally inappropriate for this game, and two, or for any game really, to do such a thing, but also, just... Wait, why is there this grand cosmology in this game? Like, and it's like, oh, you can believe vampires, you can't believe in
Well,
grand cosmology.
this is it. Lady Ashbury's domain. Why am I not surprised it's not on any maps? I'd better hurry.
Sorry, is it safe for me to be out in this light? Stop Harriet Jones from what? Let's go. Oh, for Christ's sakes. Yeah, sorry, like, if this was a sequel, maybe I could understand that, but they're just trying to cram too much in.
Morn, my child. It looks like dawn is here at long last.
Can't you just leave me alone? Your precious queen has been sent back to the bottomless pit from whence she came. The nightmare is almost over.
I am here to say goodbye. The sun's warmth exhausts me. Soon I will rejoin my queen in her endless sleep. It is over. You did well.
So our beloved mother will just go back to sleep, now that enough people have suffered. Is that it?
No, Jonathan. The Morrigan has been appeased because you dared confront her. You have prevailed, my bittersweet champion.
And what are you to her? Her counterpart? Her opponent in some timeless game?
She is my mother, my dreadful and sour-tempered mother. She is yours too, in a way, but you are not born from her terrible womb like me. You are but a distant child.
What does she seek? Revenge? Retribution?
She seeks nothing, since she only dreams of it. In the ancient tongue, when I was young, her name meant Ghostly Queen. Pray she never fully awakens, for her wrath knows no bounds.
Why did Harriet Jones become a disaster?
You are the doctor. You hold the knowledge needed to answer such a question. Have you the answer?
I noticed that all the Icors were female, as if a male couldn't endure the metamorphosis. Harriet was also a bitter and resentful woman, as was her daughter.
If the Morrigan prefers despoiled women to become the vessels of her wrath, we should be thankful that but one disaster hath been cast upon this wobbling world.
Icors seem to carry various diseases. They did not merely turn people into skulls. Their presence alone spreads death.
Who knows whether the Red Queen awakens when cursed mortals endure such epidemics, or if the contagions emerge like a curse as she awakes.
This is not over. I am here to find the true origin of the blood of hate.
'Tis unwise to interfere with a tale rooted so deeply in the suffering of others.
What will happen to Ascalon? Will you let them run the country from the shadows?
I don't interfere with petty political intrigues. Ascalon was built upon the lie of a lineage. Such a deceit cannot last forever.
But Lord Redgrave definitely possessed Marshall's blood. Untainted blood from the greatest vampire knight.
Really? I wonder how he managed to acquire it. Perhaps I should retrieve this artifact before going back to sleep.
Right, so you don't interfere in petty politics, and yet you have only now just learnt of the fact that one of the senior-most vampires in all of Britain's blood is stored with some of those powerful men in the Empire.
What will become of the vampire hunter?
This is just tonally all to cock.
You now have a spy behind enemy lines. By guiding your progeny, you may yet protect your immortal friends for some time to come. If you dare.
What will become of the Brotherhood?
I foresee trouble for them now that your progeny considers becoming the new primate.
But I'm certain the current primate has no wish to resign.
Exactly. And I am not fully convinced your progeny truly understands what dreadful power he is about to defy.
No. I must know why Elizabeth fled here when I discovered she was the original healthy carrier.
No, she is not what you say she is. That is a secret you will discover soon enough.
And you? Why are you here? Which new thread of which old twisted plan are you seeking to pull now? Tell me the truth.
I am just here to salute my sons, and to bid them fare thee well.
Your sons? Plural? My God, will you ever stop speaking in riddles?
No, it's a vampire game.
Too old for your spoken language. Perhaps you now have so many subtle words you no longer hear the simplest ones.
No, you're just talking in riddles. You cock.
Tell me about William Marshall. Why is his blood so strong?
He is not stronger than you, only older. You are strong, Jonathan Reed. A champion of your time, chosen to defeat a threat spawned of this generation.
Is he here? Is William Marshall here? Is that why you're here now, too?
Have I not already answered that question?
Oh.
Is he...
Have I not?
His blood was not tainted. The blood Lord Redgrave possessed. That which I used in the serum. But what if it had been?
Then you would have failed, I suppose. For the blood of hate would have corrupted you too.
You know what? I was right about Stephen King earlier. It is
When he
aliens.
fought me,
This is the
Geoffrey
alien.
McCullum used a
It's
serum
the aliens
made
that
of
did it.
King Arthur's blood.
Games ended with aliens.
Since then, I have discovered that it was vampire blood. Whose blood was it?
You just said it. It was the blood of a king.
Or just
The
Stephen
blood
King.
of the champion I chose to save this land in its time of greatest peril.
So yes, it is actually, yeah.
King Arthur was also your progeny. Why am I not surprised?
Yes, he was. But he failed in the end. And for centuries the land suffered his defeat.
Is this going to come up in another game that's part of this vampire universe, or what?
Who are your sons? Why do you bid them farewell now?
You are my son, as is William Marshall.
This is madness. How many have you created? Who else? Shakespeare? Isaac Newton? Alfred the Great? Francis Drake? Thomas More? Guy Fawkes?
There's much more to
Progeny is
that.
scarce, for I rarely feel the urge to protect this land anymore. But yes, one of those you named is your immortal brother. Maybe you shall meet one night.
Oh dear. That one was funny.
So that is all we are
But
to you.
unsurprising.
Puppets you create to defeat some threat born from a dreaming devil.
No. You are my sons. I am proud of you. I mourn when you fail.
Don't care.
Speak clearly then, and answer my last question.
What is it?
Did I defeat the epidemic?
Now you've found the castle, Jonathan Reed.
Yeah, fine.
It's locked, all right. The castle walls look decrepit. Maybe I can find a way to sneak in.
It's a beautiful set piece. You can really tell like, the budget went all in this part of the game. They wanted to make sure that this was done. But that's not fair. You know, again, the rest of London looks really gorgeous. are some secrets to this castle. And we've got to spend a bit of time exploring them. We're going to open from that side. Okay, so it is locked. You know, it's amazing that I don't actually have any sort of superhuman strength to do anything with locked doors. Tear them open or whatever. Just look at all this. All this unnecessary tat. It's gorgeous. No denying it. But entirely pointless. I suppose they are getting the scale of a castle down.
I cannot enter. The lady of the manor isn't expecting visitors.
If there's any significance there. What? Oh, that was blocking me from going out that way. Oh, I can't get over the chin-high fence. Good God. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. This is one of those few times I'm actually impressed with the lighting in an Unreal game. Because it's so easy to cock up. But here it's so just gorgeous. That's just Did I actually get into the castle, or did I just give up on the game at that point? See, of all the times the devs tried to be a clever dick, of which there are many in Vampyr. Yeah, this is the bigger one, the biggest rather, because again I've got to guess what the developer's thinking. There's no puzzle here, it's wait to find something to jump upon or find a door. These gravestones mean nothing. There's no clues, there's no context. That's what Vampire Vision's going to give me any clues, which I doubt it will. This is so beautiful. Yeah. I would have no complaints if this game was honestly if the gameplay was as good as the art, It's genuinely magnificent. I mean, even then, like, back in the day, I was blown away by the graphics. It's beautiful. The sound is gorgeous as well. So imagine we're human. Coming in through here. There's nothing there. Go to the courtyard. Let's cross there. Any keys? No.
It's locked.
Stop trying the right hand side. Ah, is there anything down this way? Door doesn't open. Maybe go up here. Aha! Ah, there we are. There. Silly me. Yes.
Maybe it's just my imagination, but I think I smell Elizabeth's perfume. She must be here somewhere.
Again, not a puzzle, just noise, really. Dear Lady Ashbury, in London, all the Augustines is fair. Thank you for your recent letter. All the good news it contained. I cannot wait to finally meet you when you arrive in London. The garden is beautiful under the summer sky, although I noted your wish to avoid heat and direct sunlight because of your frail health. You're welcome any day. We'll discuss those wonderful ideas of yours concerning the foundation of an orphanage for young ladies. It's by the French Maison Royale de Saint Louis. Unfortunately, sadly closed, when the French people chose, my god, I can't even write these words down, to cut their king's head off. Such a place, destined to be provided a good education to gifted but poor orphan girls, will surely accept my friends here in the city. You can count on me and my influence to help make the project a huge success. Yours ever sincerely, Countess Alexandra Somerset. I don't want to go too far into the castle. I'll open any doors I don't know. Painting. Portrait of Elizabeth Blathwood by Johannes Vermeer, 1666. Oh. Oh, people letter. Ashbury Castle. 21st of September, 1795. Dear Mr. McAllister, as the new legal owner of the Ashbury estate, I intend to quickly engage the overdue maintenance and repairs of the walls and the crypt of the castle. Among the few architects I invited to send forth proposals, I was most impressed by your respectful approach to concerning renovation and of the historical buildings and their preservation. I would be glad to meet you at your convenience. My request is to speak to you directly, or to your assistance. Any evening of next month will be agreeable. If I come to the castle, I can meet you at your office, as you prefer. If you agree to come to the castle, I could show you what kind of repairs and modifications I have in mind concerning the crypt, which may need considerable work and reconstruction. Very sincerely, Lady Ashbury.
Like most castles, this one has a crypt, and it holds something special inside.
Recent painting, Portrait of Jonathan Reed, by Lady Ashbury, by Elizabeth Ashbury, 1918. I guess this is the second drift, because that red in the left corner wasn't really there. Even there's a shading
Elizabeth, my love, you allow my portrait to watch over you while you sleep. I'm flattered. This castle is falling apart.
Picture of Lady Ashbury in Paris, 1888. It was an attempt. Oh, I can't get back up there.
That sweet fragrance. Elizabeth's perfume. She was here, and recently.
Portrait of Lady Ashbury by Vincent van Gogh. 1885. Recent letter. Zumbarro Sanatorium, Scotland, 27th of July, 1909, from Dr. Dear Lady Ashbury, I thank you for your previous letters and ardent discussions about vampire folklore. It's now obvious we share an opinion concerning scientific and modern approach toward the need for blood and the cure of addiction. I must confess I admired your charitable attitude when I met you at the Dunbarrow Sanatorium. I am still impressed by your kindness when talking with humble and poor patients. I was delighted to read about the position of administrator at Pembroke Hospital you've found since its founding. After a few days of deliberation, I'm happy to accept your offer. It will be, for me, an occasion to get back to the so busy streets of London after years of public service in the beautiful but far quiet Scotland. I will be glad to meet you there and discuss with you further about immortality, its advantages and disadvantages, and to enhance your condition. I look forward to our next meeting. Yours sincerely, Dr. Edgar Swansea. So, Inverness, 18th of April 1907. Dear Lady Ashbury, I write to confirm that my men will be at your castle next Monday to begin their new work on the crypt and its access. Plans have been approved, and I'll personally be on site to supervise the installation of the locks and security measures you have requested. I shall assure you that my men have been briefed about never entering the crypt itself or the second floor of the castle. I must say I'm proud to continue and enhance the work started by my great-grandfather and employed by our ancestor in 1795. Very sincerely, Angus McAllister. So this is apparently a mystery in the kitchen.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
The sword and the shield. What's a man there with a sword? Ah, there's a shield there.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
There's the coats of arms there. And more besides. Painting. Old portrait of Elizabeth and Jacob Blackwood in Versailles, 1888. 1788.
This painting looks suspicious.
Yes, that'll be the avatar of the Red Queen. But why use that mystery? The shield is facing backwards if it is indeed a shield. Oh yes, that was the door that was probably locked on the other side. Inverness, 18th of February 1807. Mrs. Ashbury. Miss Ashbury, when last we communicated, you asked about the conveyance of a large coffin from the Temple Church, London, to the crypt of the Ashbury Castle in Scotland. I'm about to report your request has finally been validated. My drivers have been informed that if, for security reasons, guard must always present the court. You have had these individuals be waiting for us in London. They have also been informed that under no circumstance should the carriage be try to pass the river by boat, but always by road and bridges. It's for the precious wood and relics inside the comic be exposed to humidity and moisture. You'll find a detailed quote for the attack operation attached to this letter. We are ready to go to London as soon as payments have been received in full. Respectfully, Samuel and Lewis. Use my senses. Why would I want to do that? Why are you telling me to activate my senses? Why?
A sword and a moon are the symbols I should look for.
Okay. They couldn't help themselves, could they? Mind you, that's something that only a vampire can detect. It's kind of cool. Sword and moon.
What are these symbols? I can feel a mechanism, but it doesn't work. Here's another switch. I should keep looking.
Is it only in stonework that those switches are appearing?
One last switch, and...
Ah. Moon. And the sword.
voila.
Ancient tome. Who's a spy? An angel came to me, blessed to be God. Michael appeared to me last... This is 12:17. Michael appeared to me last night in all his glory, shaped in the glorious blood, to grant me eternal life to the dusk of my life. The apparition was sublime and terrible that I could not help but lower my head and close my eyes, struck by the divine gift. I fell to the ground, only to awake the next night. You will serve me as of your kings, said the angel before striking me with all his power. You shall protect this land through the eons to come. For all who knew me, I shall not hide or retreat, but they consider me dead. Soon I shall leave the company of men to serve my new purpose. Blessed be God. 1350. Michael appeared to me last night on my retreat under the temple church and asked me to prepare for battle. The land must be saved. Death is everywhere. The Black Death, an epidemic sent by the devil himself to punish mortals all over the world. My arm is strong. In the name of God I shall smite the enemies of mankind. England shall prevail. 1569. It is almost 20 years since my fight started with against the devil, and the end is uncertain. From time to time, the plague, the Black Death, reappears in a village, in a town, and each time the vicious minions of hell approach to get their share of mortal suffering. Vampires, dreadful creatures, I won't let the sun collapse until my last breath. I'll serve and protect England. 1578. Tonight, in the small town of Hoddesdon, I met the most delicate soul I've ever seen in a long time. She was singing for the dead, singing for those she knew and loved, those killed by a new plague outbreak, without fearing for her own life. Her voice moved me, so I chose to let her live. I offered her eternal life as a reward for her virtue against the most pious attitude, and it was Elizabeth Englewood. I am not alone anymore. Together we shall praise God in all his glory for the eons to come. 1618. My heart is breaking, my soul is bleeding tonight. My dear Elizabeth left me. I have taught her all I knew, all she needed to know. Now she must walk her own path through the ages. This was her wish, and I respect it. Elizabeth Englewood, my sweet daughter, is gone, for now she wants to be known as Elizabeth Blackwood. Made her a promise, if she ever comes back to Hoddesdon, she may find me there managing the Bull Inn. Her parents owned before dying. William Marshall shall disappear for a few times too now. The Black Death is no more. Until we meet again, I shall be known as William Thorne, waiting for my angel to come back. Okay, so this is the diary of William Marshall. 1665. The devil is at work again. The Great Plague is back, reaping thousands of lives in London. I must sell the Bull Inn and go there. Once more, William Marshall should protect the land. 1666. What have I done? I let the devil infect me. God forgive me. The terrifying creature I had to defeat was demon straight from hell, an abomination of the flesh, a walking apocalypse. I had to trap the dreadful creature in St. Paul's Church and set the building on fire. Without the advice of Michael, I don't know if I could have defeated my enemy. The flames have cleansed the city of the demon's presence, but half of London London burnt down. Ever since, I have dreamt of a red flood of slaughter and rage. It's like a disaster has tainted my blood, my very soul. I didn't pause the game. For my very soul, for the centuries, I am afraid I shall crawl back to my retreat and pray to God for mercy for my infected soul. 1667, Elizabeth came to me. She said that she felt my pain and rushed to save me. My poor daughter, blinded by rage, intoxicated by the blood of hate, I bit her, she fled, shot by my betrayal. I laughed and cried as she cursed me. God, have I betrayed you? Have you abandoned me? 1712, my prayers have been heard. I have found the strength to resist the need for blood, the never-ending hunger. My poor Elizabeth, will you ever forgive me? I have heard you now and take pleasure in the bloodbath with this new progeny of yours. You are a victim in all this. What have I done? I swear I'll find a way to make amends for what I have done to you. I swear I shall only rest once I know how to appease the blood of hate. 1785. Not even near the end yet. The Brotherhood of the St. Paul's Stole finally agreed to meet me in London. They proposed to meet me beside the new Cathedral of St. Paul. I like the wit and solemnity of these men. What a symbol. They chose this place where I defeated the disaster, but also... Oh yes, we've already read this one. Yeah. 1786. I managed to gather all the ingredients needed to conduct the tier of angels. Blood of the purest heart for the fortitude, blood for the king for the courage, garlic essence for the painful cleansing. After months of impatience, almost made mad by the hunger, I waited again and again until the divine Elizabeth cautiously came up to me. As promised, I chained myself to be sure I would not take her again. I did not recognize my sweet daughter at first. She was only Lady Blackwood now, and the dreadful mistress of the dark who... I think that's Alara. Who took delight in slaughter and carnage in France. She smirked as I apologized and cried out for what I had inflicted to her. She shouted at me when I tried to explain to her that my bite had infected her and given her the blood of hate now burning in her veins. In her soul. I told her that I have a cure, that I have managed to create one dose of antidote, and I gave it to her to give her back to a precious, peaceful life. In exchange, I only asked for her to take care of me, for I intended to be locked down in this tomb, chained if I am necessary, to impeach me from feeding on an immortal or immortal. She reluctantly took the tier of angels and left. I hope to see her again soon, cured and at peace. Okay. So she knew that she was patient zero. She was the healthy carrier. Okay. 1794, she came up to me finally, cured, healthy, joyful, my Elizabeth. She told me she had drunk the antidote about a year ago in France, after witnessing and taking part in the massacre of an entire orphanage caused by the blood of hate. That's when the Lady Blackwood died, she said. She promised she would take care of me now. That's all I ask, as I repent for all the murdered souls caused by my negligence of more than 100 years. 1795, my dearest daughter came back last week to tell me the good news. She has recently bought a castle in Scotland. She will soon finance the renovation of the castle crypt to provide me a new retreat. Far from temptation, far from that I didn't pause the game again. It's far from temptation, far from the noisy crowd of cities. I can't wait to embrace the solitude, find the peace I need to refrain from killing. God, please give me the strength to resist the urges during the journey from London to my new domain. Before I leave, I should give a copy of these memoirs to the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, without the most shameful and sensible information, of course. Soon I shall leave to London and pursue my penance. There I shall be at peace at last, with the support of my resuscitated Elizabeth. So that we have the diary of William Marshall. Okie dokie. Let's carry on. This guy should make like a dungeon crawler. I think they'd be good at it. The loot, they actually do a fair, decent amount of loot. Sometimes.
You have nothing to be afraid of.
Shall we abandon this then? Shall we lower our heads?
No, never. You taught me that.
Blood is approaching. Old but young. How strange. Shall I drink it? Smite it?
No, Father. He is a friend.
Do we really need to see
Please,
Lady Ashbury's arms?
rest. I'll take care of it.
Could we be a bit more
Caution,
dignified than that?
Elizabeth. Deceit runs through these veins.
I know, Father. What took you so long, Jonathan?
Is this really him?
Yes. This is William Marshall, 1st Earl of Pembroke, servant of 5 mortal kings, former regent and saviour of England. The greatest knight who ever lived, according to some.
And you called him father?
For he gave me eternal life, and much more.
Like I had it.
So many questions, Elizabeth.
You always had questions, Dr. Reed.
It's something game devs
Now
struggle
that I
with,
stand before you both.
but hair is great. If this game had NVIDIA
I
hair
know not
works,
where to begin.
We
like you
still
could
have a
shave
few minutes
Jonathan's
left.
beard and watch it grow in real time. That'd be kind of cool.
Will you go back to London?
No, Jonathan. I do not intend to.
And what of your daughter?
Charlotte is a strong, independent woman who's about to come into money. I took care of everything. Now it's time for her to shape her future.
Why did you flee here?
When you told me I was the healthy carrier, I had nowhere else to go.
You
You
mean you
knew
had
this
to
stuff.
return to the real source of this scourge?
It's in the
Yes.
book. You were told
To
this
end it.
200 years ago.
once and
Whenever.
for all.
Where are we? What is this place?
This is the Ashbury estate. I inherited the title when I purchased the castle.
Is this your retreat? Something of a secret place?
It's more of a sanctuary, really.
She's doing the Skyrim lane.
Take care of my father. Ever since he became unwell.
I love that. It's like the especially when an NPC standing there, sort of like lean back a bit and look at you. And it's like they push their way out like that. They look at you. It's strange, but it's funny.
Are you not afraid someone might discover you here? It's not that hard to find.
Do not assume that I would hesitate to silence anyone who tried to reveal my secret. Fortunately, it has rarely come to that.
Only rarely, though.
I have destroyed the disaster, this creature that Harriet Jones had become. The epidemic is no more, and London will recover. In time.
Yes. You did well, Jonathan. You truly saved the city.
Yes, we did. Despite all obstacles. I'm truly convinced we did it together, Elizabeth.
I cannot bear knowing I was the cause of all this. Through the use of my own blood.
No. This catastrophe was the result of unethical experimentation. And the will of a creature so inexplicably evil, she exceeds all the terrible wonders I have seen since my death.
But it was my blood all along. My corrupted blood of hate.
No, it wasn't. It was this cosmology that they
Blood
just
of my father.
conjured up.
A healthy carrier. That's all I am.
Is he dangerous?
What do you think? He is a thirsty echo who has not fed in centuries. An elder vampire, driven by an urge to kill and spread the blood of hate.
No redemption, then.
And yet he thinks he has been offered immortality by the angels to protect the feeble and to smite the unholy.
Can he communicate?
Yes. Sometimes he even seems like the noble knight who saved and raised me. But you know, the malice never fully leaves his eyes.
I like to think here, in this scene, that we're facing Dr. Reed, because we can't see the tears in Lady Ashbury's eyes.
Why are you hiding William Marshall here?
How could I not take care of him? He sacrificed himself by giving me the only dose of antidote he had.
He gave you the antidote.
Yes, it's in the book
And in doing
that you've just
so,
read.
he knew he'd have to be confined.
It's like being on the phone to me.
And yet he volunteered. That's how great a man William Marshall was. and still is.
What do you do for him?
I visit him as often as possible. I paint the landscapes he will never see again. I feed him with my blood.
You feed him? You barely sustain yourself on the weak blood of the dying, yet you give him your blood?
After he saved me from the blood rage, I swore I would never kill to feed. He said the same.
We could cure him.
It's too late. The
Who's
blood of
scientist
hate
here?
has run for too long. The antidote would not work on him. I tried. Believe me, I tried.
William Marshall infected you. He is the true, original carrier.
Yes. But he saved me by sacrificing himself.
Saved you? How?
The tears of angels. The cleansing of impure blood by an older, more powerful blood. It worked on me, did it not?
Yes. Blood is the definitive key to our species. Scowls, cleansing, lineage. Do you really think it worked?
It has, Jonathan. I was nothing but a beast who took pleasure in slaughter. I roamed across Europe, reaping my bloody crop. It was the blood of hate. But my father's antidote cured me.
What about us?
What do you mean?
You know my feelings towards you, Elizabeth. But you left without a word. So I'm worried about your feelings towards me.
I love you, Jonathan. I've loved you since the moment I saw you rescue poor Mr. Hampton in that filthy slaughterhouse. Forgetting the danger as you turned your back, like the newborn fool you were.
How did you meet William Marshall?
He was an Ekon for centuries when he found me. He saved me from certain death by making me his progeny.
Why did he choose you?
You should ask him that.
Did you ever blame him?
Not even when he was infected and bit me. He is my father. He raised me. He taught me how to behave.
Music's here. The music here is absolutely stunning.
Who are you, really?
How could I answer that? I went through many lives and identities to reach this day. To you, I am Elizabeth Ashbury, and that's all I wish to be.
I need to know more. I want to know who you really are. Where you were born. Where you lived.
I was born Elizabeth Samantha Mary Englewood in 1551 in Hertfordshire. My parents owned a pub in Hoddesdon. Are you satisfied? How could
I need... You should have told me.
No, Jonathan. The William Marshall myth lies at the heart of so many hostile plans. I could not risk jeopardizing his safety.
So why did you come here? You knew I would follow you. I can't let you go.
Because I know now the blood of hate is still in my veins. No one but I can put an end to this tragedy.
I can help you. You can trust me, Elizabeth.
I know, Jonathan. You have been the most loyal ally these last few weeks. But this is my duty.
Would your protege agree to speak with me? I have so many questions for him.
Go on, Jonathan. But be careful.
Yes?
Sir William. My God. You really are William Marshall. You served Richard the Lionheart and his brother, King John. It is such a privilege to meet you.
I did in my day. Come closer if you want to speak. For my hearing isn't what it used to be.
I think your hearing is fine, sir.
What is it you want, then?
I found and defeated the disaster that was threatening to smite London. You should know that the city is safe for now, Sir William.
Then may I call you brother? Did you resist its poison? Even a scratch from a beast so evil could endanger you and all those you care for.
Well, it took more than a scratch.
You also defeated one in 1666. Who was it?
She was a malicious witch who spread plague throughout the city with her army of rats. She had been hiding in a bakery in Pudding Lane for months when I finally found her.
Yes, and Dracula is a Ventrue, is he? I do sort of like, I will say that, I do like things like that, how they try to tie the vampire myths into real-world history. So, 1666 was the Great Fire of London, and with it was the burning of the bakery on Pudding Lane, which the fire was so vast that it actually did a lot to stomp out the plague. Because it's just the heat, it just couldn't survive, and the rats and the fleas went away. So, yeah. But, of course, then London had to be rebuilt into what it is today.
How did you defeat it?
We fought for hours. In the end, I had to lock her in St. Paul's Cathedral and burn the building down. I wanted to be sure she was destroyed.
I found your research on the antidote. The tears of the angels.
Once I understood what the ingredients were, I used the tears of King Richard and the pure blood of the valiant Boadicea.
So Boadicea is, I guess, like the romanticized name. Her name was actually Boudica.
King Richard and Boadicea? How did you find such relics?
It took me many years to locate their hiding place. Then I had to learn the formula. If I recall, it belonged to an ancient brotherhood. The Order of St. Paul, I believe.
So I wonder if the Brotherhood came from the Order of St. Paul, because it was the Brotherhood of St. Paul stole by the stone.
And did it work?
Yes. The tears cleansed my poor Elizabeth's blackened heart. It was such a blessing to see her smile again.
The blood of hate. How does it affect you? Do you feel it now?
The blood of hate? Yes. Nothing more than a sneeze, really. A sneeze held for so long, you could blow a fortress down if you released it.
Can we speak about the Morrigan?
The Red Queen. What of her?
You met her, did you not?
Just once, but she never ceased to sing to me. I love her song. It is a song of blood and war. I only wish she would sometimes let me rest.
Do you know who she is?
I don't want to discuss this in front of my sweet Elizabeth.
Why?
For a time, she too could hear the Red Song. The steps she danced to its melody brought pain upon the world.
I would like to ask you about vampires.
Vampires? What about them?
Considering your experience, please tell me what you know.
They are terrible creatures. I have seen and fought many in my time. Foul temptresses with sharp claws and shrieking beaks.
I have never seen such a creature. What are you talking about?
Of course you've never seen a creature like them. Vampires are deadly, swift and implacable.
Where did you encounter such creatures?
The last time I saw one was in a Celtic temple near Salisbury. A terrible and god-forsaken place full of ghosts and pestilence.
Are we saying that the vampires are the next step up from, say, like an echelon?
Do you remember Myrddin, your maker?
Only God is my maker.
Or is it just senile?
For he created everything on this earth. He blessed me with eternal life through his archangel, Michael.
But Myrddin, Michael, is a vampire. He made you a blood-sucking creature of the night.
Blood, yes. I used to drink it from the throats of the unworthy. Then I was punished for my deceit. During my penance, I rely entirely upon my sweet Elizabeth.
Jesus, so
Did
much
you
to go
really
through.
sacrifice yourself to save her?
That was the only righteous path. The blood of hate made me betray her. I am at peace here. I can think about what I've done and how I failed.
Do you not want to be cured?
No. This hunger is mine. I would feel empty without it. It has been part of me for so long. All I want is quiet. Silence.
You agreed to be confined here, then?
Yes. Once I was sure she was cured, I asked to be locked down here. I deserve it. The world needs it.
How did you meet Elizabeth?
Times were tough. I had awakened to protect the land from a new plague. I heard her sing for her dead family. Singing for her death to come. I chose to save her.
When was that?
It was so long ago. A few years after Elizabeth of England and Catherine of France established their alliance against Spain.
What did you do?
I raised her as my progeny. After she left to see the world, I rebuilt her deceased parents' inn. Owned it as William Thorne for a time. Those were good years.
We could set you free. Let you out. Isn't that what you want?
I pray for the day I'll see the sky again. I have all but forgotten its colors. I could walk and do so many things beneath the stars. But I doubt it will be wise to release me.
Then will you stay here and repent?
Elizabeth told me it will not be long now. I cannot wait to feel the sweet caress of her hand on my cheek after so long as she releases me. Has the time come?
Yes, Father.
Why not unleash me then? To see the sky a final time.
You already are the sky, and all its stars.
I'm not defeated, for I welcome the sword you bear. For it is mine.
You were never defeated, my lord. Farewell, Father. And to you also, Jonathan.
What do you mean?
I can't stand what I've become. This healthy carrier, as you put it. The flames will purify the poison that runs in my veins.
No! I won't allow this to happen.
I am death, Jonathan. Wherever I go, I can't stand it.
I am Dr. Jonathan Reed, champion of Myrddin, chosen to save England from the vampire epidemic. I could cure you.
What do you mean?
We are creatures of blood, Elizabeth. Everything about us is in our blood. With time, I could perfect the antidote William Marshall gave you. Trust me, for time is on our side.
That is a risk I cannot take, Jonathan. I won't bring another such disaster into this world.
Elizabeth, no. Trust me. I can save you.
How could I trust you, Jonathan? Have you not betrayed me?
I had choices to make.
I forgive you, and that is my choice.
Elizabeth, I love you.
Then let me go now.
Wait! No!
They couldn't help themselves, could they? They just like I was actually really gearing up towards enjoying that ending, and like, please, let's stay.
One prayer for the summoned, called by this song. Child born from darkness, whose path he must find.
Oh yes, this is the riddle.
Now the song is sung, and your path
go anywhere.
Chosen. England is safe, but the cost was dire. Blood and tears, both parched by cleansing flames. You've lost your way, my champion bittersweet. I am moved to pity as I feel your rampant rage void of purpose or meaning. My queen sleeps once again, and I'll soon join her slumber. Until alas she rises, woken by the hunger never fed.
Well, bravo, don't nod. Bravo. I don't mind the ending of saying like, oh, you've lost your way because you fed on innocent people, that's fine. But Elizabeth saying I betrayed her in some way, I don't get that. I mean, I get that the team is French, so maybe there's some sort of language thing here. Yeah, right. Well, next time if I do play this game again, and I hope there will be next time, you know what? Quit. If there is to be next time, I certainly hope that I'll do a pacifist run and maybe see if things get better, or maybe I'll just watch on YouTube. Yeah. Yeah, look, I don't mind, like, I get being punished for making the evil choices in the game, I do. But you have to convince me that that's an actual punishment. And again, like, someone else just gave up their life and so that I betrayed them, and for... I don't know, I don't get the ending, to be honest. I actually don't, so... But, hey-ho, I guess it's just not for me to get. I remember I wasn't overly impressed with the ending before, anyway. The whole of 7th chapter was just, nah, it didn't really work out. And the fact that they actually already explained that that Elizabeth is patient zero in a way is, yeah. The whole demons thing, it's not really, yeah, it's one of those things that I think was just another element that didn't need to exist. I don't need that in games. I don't. I've got enough. Like, that game was fine enough. This is, I actually stand by what I was saying before about how I actually preferred the doctor side of it than the vampire side. Because the vampire side just went way, way overboard. I'm not happy with that, so... But hey-ho, at least you've seen a vampire. And it is a good game. If you haven't seen all the parts, you've skipped over it. If you want to play it without your impressions being coloured by my opinions, do check it out. It is a good game. It's often on discount on Steam. I can't speak to anywhere else. But yeah, it's good. I'm going to play some Space Marine now, once I've been for a piss. Because, yeah, at least then I'll actually have something probably good to talk about. But we shall see. Thank you ever so much for watching. Take care, ta for now. And, thank you ever so much for watching. And, hopefully there's another vampire game that we can look at in the future. Maybe even that, other one that I don't know we're making. Yes. Thank you for watching. Take care. Ta for now. And I'll just put myself back to... That might be about appropriate. Yeah, yeah, I'm gonna go. Thanks for watching, take care. Definitely.